What's going on everyone, and welcome to my first ever video. Today I will share 3 essential tips that can assist you in winning more Bed Wars games. The final tip, which is often overlooked in many existing guides, is in my opinion the most crucial for beginners and can actually help the most. And just a disclaimer, this tutorial was designed for people who are basically completely new to the game or haven't had much experience playing Bed Wars, so some of these points might seem obvious to experienced players. However, even if you've played before, I'm sure at least one of these tips can help you, so be sure to stick around. The first of my 3 tips is this: be mindful of and understand the objective of the game. It seems simple enough, but in reality many players don't realize that the main goal and objective of Bed Wars is to destroy other people's beds. I see many new players stacking on fireballs and pop-up towers, building forts, but ultimately this won't win you the game, as other players will just get valuable resources, stack up, and push you with little resistance. Instead, I encourage you to make smaller but more effective bed defenses such as the butterfly bed defense, because it's mostly TNT proof and it's very simple to make. I recommend making this your go-to bed defense in 3s and 4s, but it's also effective in solos and doubles. And although it's important to stack on resources and protect your bed well, try to keep in mind that the most important part of the game is taking out other teams, and that this should always be your ultimate goal. The second of my 3 tips is to buy the right things. There are quite a few items that just aren't worth the resources that you spend on them. For example, water bucket bed defenses are just plain bad, as they make it hard for you to defend your bed. Instead, you want to go for items like tools such as a pickaxe, axe, and shears, a decent sword with iron being preferred, and iron armor, not chain armor. Chain just isn't worth the 40 iron, and in my opinion you're better off buying a set of tools because it costs the same anyways, and saving 12 gold for iron armor. With diamonds, make sure you buy mining fatigue trap and nothing else. It is by far the best, and I'm telling you, all the other traps just aren't worth it. You're gonna also want to make sure to buy protection and sharpened swords with the diamonds as well, because this is gonna make it way easier to win fights. With emeralds, buying potions / obsidian are always great options, and this is because obsidian is very difficult to break through, as it requires a diamond pick to do so quickly, but it won't win you the game on its own. Instead, potions will allow you to sneak into an enemy base and give you a better shot at taking out the bed. Couple this with magic milk so you aren't detected by traps, and you're basically set to get that dub. Before getting to the last, and in my opinion the most important of my tips, I just want to take 2 seconds to ask you to consider subscribing. My channel is brand new, and I would be super happy to have you stick around for my newer videos. I have big plans for the videos I want to make, and I'm excited for what's to come. Now, without further ado, let's get to my most important tip. Make sure you are using Minecraft version 1.8.9. This is one of the most overlooked and easily avoidable mistakes I see new players make. In fact, when I started playing Bed Wars, I was using 1.14 for like 5 months straight. I only found out that using 1.8.9 is ideal by chance while I was watching a streamer play Bed Wars. The reason why this is important is because 1.8.9 has a different PvP system from versions 1.9 and beyond, and even though Hypixel has tried to make them cross-compatible by making PvP for those on newer versions more like 1.8.9 with spam clicking, you are still at a disadvantage. The easiest way to fix this is to either select 1.8.9 from the Minecraft launcher, or preferably use a third-party client with mods and cleaner user interfaces. I personally recommend one of the top 2, Lunar or Badline, as they are both safe and I use both, but I will say that the vast majority of players do prefer to use Lunar client. And with all this being said, a little bonus tip is to make sure that you spam click enemies as opposed to timing your clicking like with newer versions, and use swords, not axes, to PvP in 1.8.9. This is because swords are superior to axes and you can get more hits in a shorter period of time. Those are my 3 tips for absolute beginners, and thanks for watching.